guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kimberly Michelle and you're watching Life with Kimberly Michelle. So today I wanted to come and give you guys an update because I did the 30-day curly hair challenge and I want to let you guys know how it went. So here goes. Now let's start out with what the 30-day curly girl hair challenge is. Okay, the way it was explained to me is that you follow the Curly Girl Method, which is the book by Loraine Massey, the Curly Girl Handbook. So you follow this Curly Girl Method for 30 days. Well, you're pretty much converting over to this method, but for the first 30 days, in addition to following the Curly Girl Method, you're going to completely wet your hair down for 30 days in a row. So that means completely immersing it in water, not just spraying it with a water bottle or refreshing it, but completely getting it wet. So this was recommended to me by the stylist that did my diva cut. She said that in order to get my curls at their best and get a good start and get them nice and moisturized, that I should do this 30-day water challenge for my curls. So I figured, okay, sounds good, let's do it. I know that water is our best source of moisture for the hair, so I went ahead and decided to do it. And by the way, if you're not familiar with the Curly Girl Method, I will leave a link below explaining exactly what the Curly Girl Method is in depth, but it's really in the book. But the basis of the Curly Girl Method is you want to avoid products with silicones, shampoos with sulfates in them, and combs and brushes that can be damaging to your hair. Basically, they don't want you using combs or brushes at all. Everything is done with your fingers to detangle your hair, and avoid certain alcohols. So that's the Curly Girl Method in a nutshell, but I will leave a link below explaining it more in depth. So when I decided to do this 30-day Curly Girl Challenge, of course, I came home and I got on YouTube because I wanted to see who else had did it and what their experience was, and you know, what they thought of it. So I'm searching and I'm searching and I'm searching, and I see a couple videos that say 30-day Curly Girl Challenge, but when I watch the video, it's nothing about the water and the wetting your hair down every day for 30 days. So basically, guys, I couldn't find anything on this on the internet. So I don't know where it came from. I didn't see it in the book, couldn't find it on YouTube. And if you can't find it on YouTube, it just pretty much doesn't exist, right? So this came from my Diva Cut certified stylist. So I'm assuming that somewhere, I don't know if this is a Loraine Massey thing or if it's a Curls and Company thing, because Curls and Company in Chicago is where I received my Diva Cut. However, the concept didn't sound ridiculous and it made sense to me. So I went ahead and did it for 30 days in a row. So let me tell you about my results. So first, let me start off by saying that it was a challenge. I mean, wetting your hair down every day doesn't sound like it would be that bad because you're getting in the shower anyway, but then you also have to put the product on, you have to detangle, and you have to dry your hair. Like it's winter time now, so I can't go outside with my hair wet. If it was summertime, it would be a little different because you could just go about your day and air dry. But I have to leave for work, so I needed to make sure my hair was dry. Now, granted, you can do it at night and dry your hair at night and then get up in the morning and just refresh because you're still doing it every single day. But me, I don't like second day hair. So it was hard for me to do it at night and then refresh in the morning. Some days I did, but for the most part, I just got up every morning and I did it. So that was a challenge for me. And over the 30 days, I say I skipped 3 days. So 3 of those days, I did not wet my hair down. I just sprayed it with water and I went about my day because either I didn't have time or I just simply did not feel like it. So instead of going through the motions of my hair routine, I just went ahead and sprayed it down with water. So I skipped 3 days in the challenge. Now, why did I want to do the challenge? When I first got my Diva Cut and decided that I was going to do the Curly Girl Method, my curls were not looking so good. They were heat damaged and they were looking really limp and just lifeless, and they didn't look good at all. So I figured whatever I could do to get my curls in their best shape, let me go ahead and give it a try. So after, I would say, about a week, I started to notice a slight difference in my curl texture. It seems that where I had the heat damage, the curls were bouncing back a little bit and getting a little bit, you know, tighter coiled. So I was like, okay, maybe this water thing is working. My hair was definitely feeling better, so that was a plus. So at the end of the 30 days, here's what I noticed. My curls were more defined. My curls were less limp. I had a little more volume to my hair without effort, because my hair doesn't get a lot of volume unless I really, you know, put the volume in there by picking it out. But I had to do that less as the days went on. So in addition to the curl definition, I found that it was a lot easier to detangle. That could have had something to do with my haircut as well. But right after the haircut, it was still a little difficult to detangle, but it got easier and easier as the days went on. My hair was also a lot shinier, and it had more movement and bounce. So I say that even though I had never heard of this, couldn't find it on YouTube, didn't see it anywhere, it's a good challenge, and I think that we need to implement it and make it a part of this curly journey thing. Like if you need some life back into your curls and your curls are lacking moisture and you really need that moisture back, I think that this is a good thing. The other thing I noticed was less frizz. I mean, my frizz was almost non-existent at the end of this 30-day trial. Now, as you're wetting your hair down every day, you don't have to shampoo every day. And of course, with the Curly Girl method, you're cleansing with sulfate-free shampoos. But you only have to do that about once a week or as you see needed. Really, all you have to do is just totally wet your hair down, and you can just rinse it, or you can co-wash. You don't shampoo every single day, or you don't cleanse every single day. So I only cleansed maybe twice a week, once a week. Usually I cleanse maybe twice a week, but you really only need to do it once a week. The only time I would do it an additional time is if I had used a product that I really didn't care for and I just wanted it totally out of my hair, so I would go ahead and cleanse that product out. So while it was a challenge, it really wasn't that difficult, and even with me skipping 3 days, I still had great results. So now that the challenge is over, I am trying to embrace second day hair, which I do not like. So now I don't wet my hair down every day, but I do wet it down totally about every 2 to 3 days. So I'm still doing it maybe 3 times a week. But I know for all curl types, that is just not going to work. If your hair is a lot thicker or harder to detangle, this might be a little more difficult. So what I would recommend, do it as much as you can. So if you can't do it every day, do it every other day. If you can't do it every other day, you know, add it once or twice more a week. So if you're just wetting your hair down once a week, try twice a week, or try 3 times a week. Just do it as much as you can, because that water really does help, and it really does bring life back to the curls. Okay guys, so that was my experience with the 30-day Curly Girl Water Challenge. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments below. I will be happy to answer them. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out. I do weekly videos on natural hair and plus size fashion. And I say, let's make this 30-day water challenge thing a thing. Let's start something here. So tell me what you think of that. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.